Well, hello. Today we're going to go on with this topic of percentage composition. Don't forget that all of these exercises are from the book International Mathematics 2. And today we are going to solve the exercise 3. We have plenty of exercises there. I'm going to help you with 3 of them. You try to continue with the others, okay? So this time I'm going to help you with exercise D. And before that, we must read this. It says, what percentage is the first quantity of the second? So, well, we must calculate a lot of percentages here. And the first one that we are going to do is this one, 27 hours of one day. What percentage is 27 hours of one day? Okay, first of all, we must take a look at something really important here, and it's right here. It says, in each case, the units must be made the same. And here, as you can see, we have a time in hours and a time in day. So we must change both times in hour or both times in days. I'd rather to do that with the days. I'm going to change that day into hours, and don't forget that one day is equal to 24 hours. So our new percentage or our new exercise is going to be what percentage is 27 hours of 24 hours. Alright, one method doing this is dividing 100 by the total, which is 24 hours, and multiply that by the part of hours that we are trying to get the percentage. Alright, sorry about that multiplication sign, it was quite awful. Here it's a little bit better, and we're going to multiply that by the part 27 hours. Alright, the first thing we can do here is cancel both hours. Second, we can simplify that fraction before we make the multiplication. The half of 100 is 50 and the half of 24 is 12. We can go on and say that the half of 50 is 25 and the half of 12 is 6. But we can go on now, this time with this number. We can say that the third part of 27 is 9 and the third part of 6 is 2. There, even better. So now we can multiply both fractions. Don't forget that every integer can be changed into a fraction, just placing a 1 in the denominator. And now we're going to multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So we will have 25 multiplied by 9. Let's see how much it is. 25 multiplied by 9, it's going to be 9 times 5, it's 45. Take 4. 9 times 2 is 18, and 4 is 22. 225. 225 and 2 multiplied by 1, the two denominators is going to be 2. 225 halves percent. But this is very unusual to see a percentage. So why don't we divide this fraction to see how much is in fact, okay? 225 divided by 2. I can take the 2, and 1 times 2 is 2. To the 2, 0. I downloaded 2. 1 times 2 is 2. To the 2, 0. I load the 5. And 2 times 2 is 4. To the 5, 1. I ran out of numbers, so I put a 0 here and a point there, and 5 times 2 is 10. To the 10, 0, and that's the end of this division. So 225 halves percent is equal to 112.5%. So 27 hours is 112.5% of 24 hours. That's the end of this exercise. Let's go on with one another, this time with exercise J. In exercise J, we had to calculate what percentage is $1.80 of $6. Okay, another way to do this is divide the part by the total amount and we can multiply that by 100. That's another method. Okay, by the way, that dollar symbol is quite awful. I'm going to change it. There, it looks better. And don't forget, we're going to divide the part by the total and then multiply it by 100. That's another method. Okay, you know that I really don't like to work with decimals, so I'm going to change that decimal into a fraction. That is going to be 180 above a 1 followed by 2 zeros, since we have 2 decimals in the original number. Here we have 1 and 2 decimals, so we're going to place a 1 followed by 2 zeros. 180 100th, 6th. Okay, it looks like a great fraction, a fraction of a fraction, and that multiplied by 100. Okay, it looks quite awful, could be, but don't worry, it's gonna be very easy. Okay, and here I can cancel both dollar symbols and I just have the numbers. Okay, here we have to multiply two fractions, and when we multiply two fractions we have to multiply numerators by numerators and denominators by denominators. I'm gonna do that right here, and you will see that when we will multiply both numerators, something really interesting is going to happen. 180 100th multiplied by 100. For that we need to place a 1 below the 100th so we can get a fraction. And here we can cancel both 100 and we will only have 180 first. But every fraction with 1 as a denominator is in fact an integer number. So 180 first is equal to 180. And that's it. Easy peasy. Now I'm going to write here 180. And when we multiply both denominators, we only have 6 times 1, which is equal to 6. Alright, don't forget that every fraction is in fact a division, and here we can divide 180 by 6, which is equal to 30. 30%. So $1.80 is the 30% of $6. We did it with another method. It's very easy. Now let's go on with one more exercise, this time with the exercise K, and we have to calculate what percentage is 7,000 grams of 2 kilograms. Once again we have a very complicated situation because we have grams and kilograms. Nevertheless, we can change those kilograms into grams which is what I'm going to do. 2 kilograms is equal to 2000 grams. And now I'm going to solve this exercise by a simple rule of 3. Here 2000 grams is going to be the 100%. So I'm going to calculate the percentage of 7,000 grams. So in order to solve that, I must multiply 7,000 grams by 100%, and all of that must be divided by 2000 grams. Alright, here we can do a lot of interesting things. We can cancel the grams, and we can cancel 3 zeros from above and 3 zeros from under. And then I will have, by the way, I can say that half of 100 is 50, and half of 2 is 1. So I can say that this is going to be equal to 7 times 50 is 350. In the denominator I have just a 1, and don't forget that what remained was the percentage. Now every fraction with 1 as a denominator is in fact an integer number, so the answer is 350%. So 7,000 grams is 350% of 2 kilograms or 2,000 grams. So that's it. As you can see, there are a lot of methods to solve these kind of exercises. You choose the one that you like the most, and well, they're very easy, and I hope you could understand it, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Goodbye.